Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about comparing Samsung and iPhone to your customers. So I personally have been asked a few times from quite a few different customers the difference between a Samsung and an iPhone and the pros and cons to each, and how to decide which is the best phone to offer your customer. So I have been given the opportunity to compare these two phones in a video, and I want to just create a quick little video comparing the two phones as well as Samsung and iPhone as a whole to you guys today. Just a quick little video running down the pros and cons to each of the phones. So just a brief overview of what I found. Personally, I would choose a Samsung over an iPhone. I'm going to tell you guys why in just a second. So for starters, I'm comparing the S21 Ultra and the iPhone 12 Pro Max because they are the best phones on the market for Samsung and Android right now. And from first glance, very similar marketing. I even seen on the website that they're, like, when Samsung came out with this, it was very similar to when iPhone came out with these phones. From first glance, you can see the box sizes are going to be very similar. Samsung followed Apple's lead and they're no longer coming with a block. So just the cord, this one's the USB to USB-C cord, this one is the USB-C to the Apple Lightning port, I guess. So two phones, very different but very similar. Alright, so I've done some research comparing Samsung to iPhone and the benefits to each different brand. So I'm going to start with the benefits of Samsung because I am an iPhone user, so I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they are a great phone, and I want to share with you guys why they are and the benefits to share with your customers on why they should choose a Samsung over an iPhone, and then I'm going to do the reverse for iPhone over Samsung. So I have a very scribbly mess of notes here that I'm going to talk about, and the benefits to Samsung first. So the first benefit to Samsung phones is going to be the price range. So Samsung has been really great at giving a wide price range for Samsung users. They have a low price point phone, whereas iPhones don't have a lower price pointed phone, so not everyone can get their hands on an iPhone. They also have the high-end Samsung, so the S21 Ultra is going to be the highest range, as well as S20 Note Plus is another very expensive phone. So they have a really wide range of price points, allowing anyone to get a Samsung phone, which I think is a really great benefit. The next key benefit when it comes to Samsung, which are kind of going away from, is the external memories. So most Samsung devices you can put in an external memory drive, so a micro SD chip. However, with the new S21s, they do not have that feature in these phones. So that is kind of negative when it comes to the newer phones, but most of the older models, they did have that external memory, which was a really great benefit for a lot of Samsung users that take a lot of pictures, videos, and store files on their phones. The next really cool feature that I found with Samsung compared to iPhone is that the transporting of files from a Samsung to a PC is a lot more seamless than iPhones, because sometimes the iPhone files can get corrupt going into a regular PC if it's not an Apple computer or tablet. So Samsung does have that benefit of getting files from the Samsung phone to a PC in a more convenient way. The next benefit goes more towards the higher end Samsungs, and that is that the camera quality is better in the highest model. However, when we go down to the low model of the Samsung, they're not going to be near as good as the lowest model of iPhone, but that again goes with the price points of those phones. But comparing the best Samsung phones to the best iPhone, the Samsung does have a better quality camera on them, especially when it comes to video recording and zooming in on photos. So the pixels in the camera are going to be more clear. So Samsung does have a leg up in the camera quality. So the final big benefit of Samsung over iPhone is going to be the customization option. As you guys know, I did do a customization video for iPhones, but Samsung still has more customization options for users. So for people that really like that feature, Samsung definitely does have the leg up in that case. Alright, so next I'm going to list off the benefits for iPhone over Samsung. The first and biggest kind of comparison and benefit to iPhone is the iMessage feature. So we've all been there where we've had group chats and we have someone with a Samsung, and that Samsung phone often will miss text messages in group chats. A way to get around that is obviously to download third-party apps. But for ease of use, having iMessage is going to be easier to have group chats, send pictures, send videos in a more seamless way. So that is a big deterrent for people when it comes to choosing between Samsung and iPhone, is the iMessage feature. The next big benefit of iPhone is better support. The tech support is definitely a higher caliber for iPhone than Samsung. They have the Apple Store, they have a great user-friendly website where you can answer any questions. So yeah, if you have any issues with your phone, Apple is definitely easier to get a hold of to fix those issues for you. I know I've had some issues with Apple products in the past, and getting them to fix it for me has been really convenient, really easy. Obviously, I've never had an issue with my Samsung phones because I haven't had them in over a decade. But just from my research, I found that the tech support for Apple is definitely more superior than Samsung. Like I said about Samsung, it does have a lot of customizable features. However, with that customization comes with a lot of knowledge being needed to make it more customizable. iPhone is a very user-friendly phone when it comes to first-time smartphone users because everything they need is already on the phone. So they have their messaging, they have their FaceTiming, they have their apps, any apps that they might need, weather, maps, everything. Through my research of other people's research, people found that Apple was more user-friendly than Samsung. And the final benefit to Apple over Samsung is Apple's frequent updates. So Apple is always improving their software, improving their phone quality. However, as we've seen, older phones don't update as frequently, so like anything older than the 6 is going to not update anymore. So keep that in mind as well, but they do have the updates, so the phones are always improving and getting better for the customer satisfaction. Now, when I was comparing these two phones, I preferred the S21 over the iPhone, other than iPhone's sole purpose of the fact that I have all Apple products and iMessage. Like, those two features is the only reason I would stick with iPhone. When I pulled out the S21, I thought it was an absolutely beautiful phone. The size I love the how it fits in my hand. It is a taller phone than this iPhone, and it's slimmer. The camera on these ones is definitely better than the iPhone. It takes more clear pictures, especially in dim lighting. I also do really like how customizable Samsungs are compared to iPhones. Apple is improving their customization level, but it's not anything compared to the Samsung phone here. So that's gonna wrap up my little video on comparing Samsung and iPhone. So it honestly comes down to what benefits your customers are looking for. Do they already have iPhones? Do they already have lots of Apple products? Or have they been just getting used to Samsung, so they want to keep with a Samsung role? Selling these phones to your customers, it's really important to know the benefits to both types of phones so you can make the sale a lot easier and answer any questions that they might have.